Hey gang, it's Dan here. Time for another playing card deck review. I have reviewed a deck in the past from the a.haines playing card company, the imported deck #1. This is the imported deck #4, the blue edition. And there are some wonderful improvements that were made in this deck. If you remember that last video, I may have come across as a little critical of the deck, and I didn't intend to because I really liked the deck. I just thought that there were some misses. I thought that there were some things that could have been improved upon, and I think that they were improved upon in this deck. So we will start. First of all, I like this little sort of wrap here, this little band, sort of reminiscent of a tax stamp or a tax band. Napes or napes, I've heard that pronounced both ways. That's Spanish, literally, for cards or playing cards. Napes importado, 50 centavos. So cool little band that comes wrapped around the tuck box. And let's take a look at the tuck box. Very nicely done. Very beautiful. Same motif on the back as before, just a blue back instead of a green back. We've got the sort of wheel design with the clover flower motif. As we mentioned, of course, this is from A.H. Playing Cards, a.haines Playing Cards, printed by Legends Playing Card Company on their Viper finish. Really good playing card stock, well known in the playing card world. A nice seal is always attractive on a deck, which of course we have broken so that we can bring you this review. Inside of the tuck box, nice little diamond design. And we're going to go through these. There's a couple things that I don't want to call criticisms, just some call outs. And I'm going to make some comparisons to the previous deck that I reviewed. First of all, I like the ad card. Imported Playing Cards Blue Edition. I like that they put the little stamp down there, reminiscent of a tax stamp or a tax seal or an import seal or even a passport stamp. And then there's the back. I like that better than the previous ad card. I was very critical of the Jokers when I reviewed deck #1. I like the Jokers. I like the wheel design in the corner. The Jokers are identical, save for the color. We've got a red Joker and a blue Joker. I like these. I really do. Especially because, and I've seen this on a few other decks, on the Jokers, in some decks, they have a little, maybe a hobnail design in the background or something a little extra. When you compare the Jokers to just the regular spot cards, see there's nothing in the background of the spot cards, but you see there's sort of a mountain motif. I like just the little extra background design on the Joker. So we've got the passport style seal, the wheel design on the corners. These are great Jokers. These are great Jokers. Vast improvement, in my opinion, over the first deck. Now let's go through these, starting with the Ace of Spades, our featured ace, the blue edition. I like the star. I like the call out for blue edition. I like the leaf there over the old school style elongated center pip, imported by a.haines, Manchester, England. This is really nice. #4, I like the IV, the Roman numeral. The spot cards are completely custom as well by way of their font and the old school classic pip design. And I'll go through these somewhat quickly because there's no real differences. I mean, all the font is the same on all the spot cards, as you can see. When we get to our court cards, I will say this, just a bit of a call out. I would have thought that maybe, just maybe, because we have a different colorway, because it's specifically called out as the blue edition, I thought that the livery for the court cards would perhaps look a little different, because I believe we used these same colorways on the #1 edition, the sort of green, yellow, red. I'm not saying it's bad. These are nice court cards. I just thought that maybe there would have been a bit of a different colorway, but that's okay. I digress. Ace of Hearts, and you see we've got a couple of the passport stamp style seals on there on the Ace of Hearts, Haines and Company. There's even a duplicate. It looks like this one was faded and they redid it. So it's sort of an intentional mistake. I like that. And again, the old school fat pip design, the font on the numbers is really nice. Sort of a bold, round font. Nicely done. Here is our court cards for the hearts. Again, as I said when I reviewed this last time, reminiscent of USPCC, but not USPCC faces there. I thought this was an interesting omission. There was a seal, a passport style stamp or seal on all of the aces in the #1 deck. 2 of the aces don't have them, don't have any adornment. So nothing on the Ace of Clubs. So I thought that was a miss. Not a huge deal, but I did think that it was a miss nonetheless. But again, here's our nice font and our nice clubs on our spot cards here on the clubs. Jack, Queen, King of Clubs. And again, no seal on the ace. Whereas last time, as I said, there was a seal, a little stamp on every one of the aces. And actually, I remember the Ace of Diamonds on the previous deck, there was a purple stamp, and it said imported below the diamond in purple. So I liked the color contrast on the Ace of Diamonds in the first deck with a purple stamp, which is sort of reminiscent of an actual passport stamp. You see a lot of purple ink in passports, and the word imported below. But I digress. It's an omission. It's a call out, but nothing that I would personally think that would make this deck bad. Just, I thought was an interesting omission. I would have liked to have seen the seal on all the aces. And, you know, fat diamond design, fat pip, as with the other ones. Great font. Again, as I said, on the numbers and letters. Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds. So there we go. Nice deck. Like I said, I have some call outs on it. There was a couple of things that weren't bad, just things that I questioned. Wonder why they did it. But on the whole, nothing that I would consider terrible or a negative. I like this deck. And while I did like the #1 deck, don't get me wrong, there were some vast improvements, in my opinion, from the #4 blue deck from the original #1 green deck. So anyway, that's what we have. The a.haines Playing Card Company, the imported #4, the blue deck. I like this one. Very nicely done. That's been Dan with another playing card deck review.